Ooh, hair in my mouth. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a talk through tutorial, which I know I have not done in a while, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. I wanted to do a simple, kind of easy summer look. I did this look randomly when I was just playing around and threw it together and decided, hey, I should do a tutorial on this because this is a really good summer look. I really like it. I like that I incorporated some color into it, you know, as opposed to just sticking with neutrals. So if you guys would like to see how to get this look that I am wearing, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the tutorial here. First off, I'm going to be going in with a fluffy brush. This is by Sigma. It's a E35 tapered blending brush. It's very fluffy. And then I'm going into my MAC palette and I'm going into the color. Actually, I have some Makeup Geek shadows in with my MAC palette, so shh, don't tell anyone. So this color right here is by Makeup Geek and it's Creme Brûlée. So I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and just go ahead and fluff it in the crease and the outer corner here. And you can just kind of do, like, if you use a light hand, you can really change how much pigment goes onto the eye. So, you know, if you do like a really light hand, you know, you can keep it really light, or you can press down a little bit more with a heavier hand, and you're gonna get a little more pigmentation placement. It'll be more intense. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the other eye, and since I have some left on my brush, I'm just going to go ahead and like lightly fluff that on as well. And this color is going to be, I'm just getting a little bit more on my brush, our transition shade. And I already primed my eyes with my MAC Prep and Prime, and my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Because I use the Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose, and then I'd go over top of it with the Pro Longwear Concealer in W20. And those two together are just amazing. They give such a nice look to the under eye area. They brighten and lift and just give a really nice long wearing concealing, or like coverage, I mean, to conceal under the eye. I can't talk. I already have mascara on because I had to go to a class this morning for work, and I just went ahead and did my foundation and blush and my eyebrows and everything, and just threw on some mascara after priming my eyes. So not a fresh face, I guess, to start out, not a completely blank canvas, but you guys have seen my foundation routines in the past. If you guys want to see an updated one, let me know. But I figured I would just save some time and just show you this eye look that I wanted to show you. So, and after blending this crease color in this little transition shade, I'm gonna go in, oh, excuse me, my nose is running, allergies. I'm gonna go in with my Bare Minerals pigment in Celestine. I feel like that I'm saying it really weird. Comes in a little pot like this. There is a sifter, but you know, it's been rolling around my makeup bag when I travel and go places, and so there's a lot out at the top here. And please don't mind my chipped nails. But it's kind of like a purple, like taupey, bronzy color, and it's really pretty. And I usually just apply with my finger because you can really get a nice, you know, more like pigmented application that way. But I'm gonna use this brush. It's actually a concealer brush. It's an F75 by Sigma, but it's a synthetic brush, and it works really well for applying pigments, and I like to use it for pigments and any kind of like shimmery, glittery eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take that and go all over the lid. And if you kind of pat down like I am, you get more pigmentation anyways, and it just shows up a lot better. But I just think, I'm gonna zoom you guys in because you can't really see the color as much. I'll zoom you guys in real close. And if I can get my camera to focus, because so yeah, you just pat it on. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking into a mirror that I can see up closer than the viewfinder, because it's hard when I'm not zoomed in enough or sitting close enough to the camera to really see what I'm doing. Okay, next I'm going to go and take a E25 blending brush. Wait a second, wasn't that my, hold on. Yeah, so I'd use the E35 to blend the transition shade, and now we're going in with, I'm sorry, I thought I had told you guys E25 before, and I'm going to make sure I was telling you the right thing. E25 blending brush as well. It's just a little bit more dense. The bristles are not, it's not as fluffy as this one, so it's easier to get more precision with this one. So I'm going to go in with another color. This is actually a matte color. It is Brown Script, and it looks like this right here. And I'm just going to lightly apply that to my crease and outer V a little bit there. Honestly, I can't even remember exactly how I did, like if I used these exact, or this exact color in the crease, because like the last time I did this look, I just kind of threw it together, and I wasn't really like thinking about, oh, you know, I should do a tutorial for this. But then I thought about it, and I was like, I really liked how it turned out, and it looked so summer appropriate, and just looked kind of like that wet look on the eye with the pigment, like that foiled kind of wet, like beachy look, if that makes any sense. It just looked really summery, and I really liked it. So I was like, I should do a tutorial for it. And it's super easy, and it's really not, there's not a whole lot to it, so it's pretty simple. And then go back in with that E35 blending brush with no additional product on it, just whatever you had left over from using that on with the Makeup Geek creme brulee, and just blend. You can blend it down onto the lid, and then we'll go back in with that pigment Celestine and go over it just to make sure that it still stays nice and shimmery and lighter. Now for this look, you could totally wear this with a cat eye. Gosh, I'm sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. You know, you could really do it whatever you want for the liner, but I just think what I chose to do for this is definitely a little bit softer and more like daytime appropriate. Which a cat eye, you can definitely do a cat eye for days, but daytime, but you know, I think that using a pencil liner and just kind of blending it out just gives it a softer look, and especially when you do a color. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Stash. This was actually a little freebie, I think, when I bought something from Urban Decay. It needs to be sharpened, but it'll work. It's a really pretty, kind of like a foresty green, or like a dark sagey green. It's a really pretty green. Excuse me. So basically what you're gonna do is you're just gonna line the lid, or the upper, you know, the upper lash line, and then we're gonna smudge it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And just pull your eye a little bit taut here. Don't pull too hard. You just want to kind of bring it in, not all the way to the inner corner. But just so you kind of have a line like that. And same with the other eye. Just layer on a nice pigmented thick, semi-thick line of the liner, because we're going to smudge it out. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you want it to be somewhat of a straight line. You don't want it all over the place, because then you're just going to have a harder time, you know, when you try and smudge it out. Okay, so just like that. And now I'm gonna take, this is, you can use any kind of smudgy brush that you have, but this is just a, excuse me, an e.l.f. one that I have had for a while. It's a smudge ice sponge. It's kind of yucky looking, I know. I don't really know how you can really clean this, because it's, I don't know. It's kind of old. But, so some of it probably wouldn't even come out. But anyway, so you just take and you can pull the eye taut a little bit. Go back and forth a little bit. You know, bring it in. I think you just hurt my throat making noises here. And just, yeah, go back and forth and then kind of up. And I'm gonna use my little small mirror so I can see what I'm doing. But you basically want it to be blended up enough that you don't see a like line really from where that liner is. And I'm sorry, I was getting off camera there. And the other eye. So there you have it. So that's pretty much smudged out good. And then I'm gonna just take my little same brush that I used for that celestine color and just lightly, carefully, you don't want to cover up what we just did, but just kind of go over top of it with whatever was left on your brush. And I'm just gonna go over a few more. Next, I'm going to highlight the inner corner of the eye and under the brow bone. So I've already filled in my brows, but I need to highlight that brow bone. So I'm going to go into my MAC palette again, into the color Nylon, which is that one there. And I'm just using a Sigma E20 short shader brush. This is really, really awesome at getting into that inner corner. It's also good for under the eye or the lower lash line as well. But trying to make sure I don't have too much on here. It's very pigmented so be very cautious when you're using nylon. It's a gorgeous highlight. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, and I got some shadow in my eye. Ow. But you definitely want to use a light hand with it and start out with a little bit. You can always add more, but if you put too much on that brush, it's going to be a lot harder to get rid of it than it is to just add more. I apologize, guys. I don't know why my camera's having such a hard time focusing. Just gotta look up close here so I can see. I still want to blend this out a little bit. It's looking a little harsh still. And I'm going to go back in again with some Celestine. Now, even though this look, there's not a whole lot going on with it, it can still take some time because you want to get the right amount of shimmer and, you know, get that color in that crease and outer corner blended nicely. You know, you want that eyeliner to be blended out and smudged. I'm happy with that. So, next, just go in with some mascara. You could always put some shadow on the lower lash line if you want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to skip that today. And just go in with my, sorry, this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Full Definition, the gold tube that I use all the time. It is my staple mascara, my holy grail. I'm just reapplying mascara because I got eyeshadow all over it from the tutorial. So they wouldn't look as black, they looked kind of powdery. So I haven't done a talk through tutorial in a while, guys. Let me know what you guys think, if you would rather me do this or do like the, you know, kind of speed up some things and just talk over it, basically record over it. Because I stopped doing these talk throughs because I found that I ended up filming really long videos, but I feel like I'm doing okay today. I'm not blabbing a whole lot. And I'm able to like do it while I'm talking. I'm able to just go ahead and multitask. I wish I had my tweezers with me because then I could separate those little lashes that like to stick together. Anyways, I had already concealed under the eye area, but I want to go ahead and do that again. So I'm going to use my MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose and throw that on. And down the bridge of my nose a little bit here. And I carry that up in the inner corner a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm just going to use my finger and pat, pat, pat. I also use my beauty blender to blend it out, especially if I have a lot. I just bring it into my beauty room, which my beauty room is still in the process. I gotta get a vanity, an old vanity, antique vanity from my mom's house. It wouldn't fit in my car, so my husband goes with me next time to visit we're gonna have to take his truck so we can fit it in there in the truck bed. So I would have thought my SUV would have been fine, but it was, the vanity has like a mirror attached to it, so it was too wide. Okay. I'm just gonna go back in and highlight right there a little bit. And I'm gonna zoom out. Excuse my hair, it's kind of a hot mess today. I let it air dry last night, and when I do that, it tends to be more flat, and then it just, I don't know. I just don't think it looks that great. Anyways, so this is the final look. I guess I should zoom in for that a little bit. I don't know if you can really see the green liner as much, but I just think it's really, really nice and simple for summer. But let me know what you guys would like to see in the next video. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys and whether you'd like me to do another video like this where I talk through it, tell you how I do everything step by step, or if you'd rather me do kind of like the voiceover recording and I can speed up some areas that, you know, you've seen me do 10,000 times, you know. So just let me know. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.